A man is dead tonight after a shooting at a nightclub, and community members surprised it happened so close to their homes. Plus, a breaking news update tonight on an inmate from the Marion County Jail. We'll tell you what officials are now saying about Damian Davis.
And 88 degrees, a popular number today. Everybody reporting that as an afternoon high, except for Eufaula. They made it to 91. We'll see if this warm air will stick around for the work week coming up.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rosalind Giles. We begin tonight with breaking news. A Marion County inmate is back behind bars tonight. The Marion County Jail confirmed Damian Davis was recaptured about an hour ago in Chattahoochee County. The exact location where Davis was found is unclear. He also broke out of jail in December, but was arrested in Columbus weeks later while hiding in an apartment in North Lumpkin Road. Now his charges include armed robbery, aggravated assault, and escape. Now to Eufaula, where police are shocked. People are shocked there after learning a late night shooting left a man dead. It happened at a local club where we're told a younger crowd goes to party. It's right next to several homes. News Leader 9's Jose Zozaya has a reaction from neighbors.
Police in Eufaula responded to emergency calls late at night saying a man was shot dead inside this local club.
The incident happened at around 12:40 a.m. when police found 22-year-old Devontae Davis lying on the floor of Jazzy Bones Club on East Barber Street and TV McCoo Boulevard. Davis was pronounced dead at around 1:30 a.m., leaving some neighbors surprised to have this violence close to home, but still wanting to see the club remain open.
What happened there happens everywhere. It could happen in Studio 54, New York, Miami, California, Washington, D.C., the Bahamas, Caribbeans, anywhere. That happened there, it was something, was a mishap.
Other neighbors expressed concern as to how someone was able to bring a gun inside the club.
The club's manager, who was not available for an on-camera interview, told WTVM the suspected shooter may have possibly had a woman sneak the weapon inside a purse past security.
Overall, neighbors said they have no reason to feel unsafe in this relatively quiet part of town.
Police say the shooting is still under investigation with no further details on a suspected shooter. In Eufaula, Jose Zozaya for News Leader 9.
Thank you, Jose. The manager says he's fearing the possibility of closing his business if people automatically associate this shooting with his club. Now, the bar has been open for 8 years. Well, what can you expect weather-wise as you head out the door in the morning? Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Derek Kincaid to find out.
Rosalind, thanks. Certainly a wonderful Mother's Day out there, and if today was an indication, tomorrow's going to be a nice day too, but we do have some changes that begin to take shape on Monday. Here's what's going on right now. 72 in the Fountain City, 70 in Macon, and 75 down in Albany. Some 60s are sprinkled in as well, but we are nowhere near as cool as we are compared to this time 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago. So the weather a lot warmer out there today for sure. Now to our west, the skies increasing with clouds, and these are all heading over in our direction. So we are going to see more clouds around here as we begin the day tomorrow, but it does look like the rain will hold off for Monday. So temperatures in the 50s and 60s as we start the day. A quick warm up will be around 70 by 10 a.m. and highs once again back in the 80s on Monday. We'll tell you more about those rain chances when they get in here and the 9-day planner coming up in just a bit. Rosalind.
All right. Thank you very much, Derek. A football player from the University of Alabama at Birmingham died today after being shot. Greg Bryant, seen here, was shot around 5 Saturday morning on Interstate I-95 in West Palm Beach, Florida. The case is being investigated as a homicide, and detectives are looking for witnesses. Another man inside the car with Bryant was also injured. Bryant is a former star running back from Notre Dame who recently transferred to UAB. A former associate executive director of the Alabama Association Education has been laid to rest. Services for Gregory Graves were hosted at the Community Congregational United Church of Christ yesterday. He was reported as last week. Graves was killed in a car accident in Crawford, Alabama. That's about 25 miles from Columbus. If you'd like to remember Graves, his family has asked for contributions to be made to the Ty Jewel Graves Scholarship Fund, which has been established by the National Education Association in honor of his daughter. The cause of the accident is still under investigation. While we all know moving can be a headache, well, one tech-enabled moving company is hoping to change the game for those needing help to move while providing jobs to students who are still in college in the area. Our reporter Rosanna Smith has a story from Lee County.
Lyran Bayless, an Auburn University student, says preparing to move out of the dorms in the midst of finals can quickly turn into a balancing act.
Too much more you have to think about and do instead of studying. It can get pretty hard and stressful.
This time, Bayless is using an alternative to ease the stress associated with moving, a company that started right here in Auburn called Bellhops.
And they've just made things super easy for us.
Sabrion Stiles, another AU student, has been with Bellhops for 3 years and knows firsthand the benefits it's afforded him as a busy college student.
Bellhops are able to make $13 to $15 an hour, set your own schedules. It's a flexible time schedule. It's an amazing opportunity for you to make your own money.
This company considers themselves the Uber for moving, since jobs are claimed off a smartphone app similar to the one used by the popular ride-sharing company. Last year, Bellhops grew by 130% here in Auburn. With the peak moving season just around the corner, they're now adding 100 jobs.
We're mainly targeting athletic individuals, students who are involved and physically capable.
For Bellhops co-founder and Auburn alum Cameron Duty, expanding here is a privilege.
Being able to tap into the Auburn family and contracting local Auburn students that want to help people move just makes it really simple and easy.
Making moving a little more pain-free. Rosina Smith in Auburn, WTVM News Leader 9.
Cameron Doty, the co-founder of Bellhops, recently earned the Auburn University Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. Painkillers that a doctor prescribes you may seem harmless, but an average of 40 Americans die every day from an overdose of prescription on opioids. News Leader 9's anchor Jason Dennis has a preview of a special 5-part series that we just put on our website, WTVM.com, and our mobile app.
It's also made headlines lately with reports that music icon Prince had struggles with opioids and was even given the overdose reversing naloxone 1 week before he died. Now, that life-saving drug is part of the focus of my 5-part series on prescription drug and heroin abuse. It's called Ending the Epidemic. You can watch all 5 special reports on WTVM.com starting right now. Under the Ending the Epidemic section of our website, you'll find an in-depth look at pill mills, how parents and former Columbus drug dealers are turning tragedy into solutions, what's being done in our area, and also President Obama's plan. Again, that's all on WTVM.com. You can also watch this series on Newsletter 9 starting Monday on our news at 11. Back to you.
All right, Jason, thank you. A massive twister smacks Colorado, leaving a long trail of damaged homes and at least 5 people injured. We'll show you the destruction. Plus, new fears tonight about another massive wildfire in Alberta, Canada. We'll tell you why experts think it could get worse.
And tomorrow morning, the weather not bad as you're out the door to school and work, but later in the week, rain chances roll back in here, and we'll tell you more about when those get in here in the 9-day forecast when we come back.
Look at the video captured by storm chasers in Colorado. Severe weather whipped across the state yesterday. Several tornadoes were reported in the area of Ray, that's near the Nebraska border. Authorities say at least 5 people were injured. Emergency personnel are assessing the damage. Tonight, Canadian officials are confirming that at least 2 people have been killed trying to get away from the massive wildfire in the Alberta province. And now experts believe fire could go on for months. There is fear that it could spread to neighboring Saskatchewan. Now, the monster-sized fire has displaced 88,000 people and sent plumes of smoke as far away as Iowa. Firefighters from Ontario, Brunswick, and Quebec are giving Alberta fire crews a break. Well, someone in New Jersey is waking up a multi-millionaire. One ticket matched all 6 numbers in Saturday night's Powerball drawing. The winning ticket was sold in Mercer County. The numbers are 5, 25, 26, 44, 66, and the Powerball number of 9. The jackpot grew from $415 million to an estimated $429 million at the time of the drawing. The winner can either take a one-time payment of more than $280 million or choose to get the entire amount if installments spread out over 30 years. We've got a recall to tell you about tonight. Pilgrim's Pride is recalling more than 5 million pounds of chicken. The recall affects fully cooked chicken products that may have metal inside of them. The products were produced between December 3rd, 2015 to May 6th, 2016. For a complete list of affected products, you can always visit our website, WTVM.com, and check on the home page. Well, checking on our weather, a lot of people are going to be heading out the door in the morning, and what can we expect?
Well, no issues, no problems at all
good
as we
news.
start the work week. Yeah, great news. Now, later in the week, we may have rain moving back in, so we're going to talk about that as those chances are on the increase. Also later this week, Weather Radio Wednesday. This is the last one of the spring season, so I hope you have a chance to come out and see us. If you're in the northern half of the coverage area, come see us in LaGrange over in Troup County at the Kroger there from 10 to 2 Wednesday, May 11th. And also keep in mind, if you have a weather radio, if you pick one up at any point after that, if you can't get by to come and see us, send us an email, find us on Facebook, call us here at the station, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through the steps of programming these things. We want everybody to have that way to get the warning and not rely on those outdoor warning sirens, which are only meant to be heard for folks that are outside. So again, have that way to get the information. Let's talk tomorrow's weather as we start the day. Again, no issues, no rain, no impacts. So we're going to give you the green light for travel out there to school and work. Temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s. By the afternoon, right back up there in the mid 80s. But tomorrow we will have more clouds around than we had out there today, but still no major travel concerns for us. Green light there for travel, warm conditions and rather dry as well. Right now, 60s and 70s dotting the temperature map. 62 in LaGrange, 72 in Columbus, Auburn 67 and 70 over in Taylor County and Reynolds. But to our west, we're noticing the clouds on the increase, and further back off to the west, that's where we have some rain, some stormy weather to deal with. The rain's going to hold off for at least a day. I think the clouds get in here tomorrow. The rain doesn't get here until parts of Tuesday. Our Futurecast really confirms that for us. Here you see the clouds rolling in by early Monday morning as we go through the rest of the day. No green showing up, but we will see sun and clouds at times through the day. Then watch what happens on Tuesday. We start the day dry, but cloudy. By the lunch hour, you can start to see a few of those showers over Alabama starting to pop up. And then once we get into the heating of the day, here you see our East Alabama counties standing the best chance of dealing with a few of those showers through the day on Tuesday. This is how the rest of the week's going to go. We're going to have the rain around. The coverage isn't going to be very high, so not all of you are going to get wet out there as we go through the week, even though we do have those rain chances back in the picture. For tonight, lows back down in the 60s in some spots, upper 50s for others, but the big story, not as cool as it's been over those past few mornings. For tomorrow afternoon, the high 85, some sun and some clouds, and that's how Auburn and Opelika will experience the weather as well, with those lows back in the low 60s tonight, highs tomorrow back in the 80s for the afternoon hours. Going to be another warm start to our work week, and we're going to stay warm as we take you through the week. 80s sticking with us. Wednesday, probably the warmest day with a high at 87. Thursday, maybe the wettest day overall with a 40% coverage of rain, but the upcoming weekend looks pretty good if you're already planning ahead. A lot of you probably are. The weather looks fine.
And the rain chances are relatively low except for Thursday.
Right, exactly. And even on Thursday, there'll be some places that won't get wet at all. That's just how it's going to go this week.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Well, it's National Foster Care Month, and as organizations across the country support the cause, one Phoenix City organization is using their support to lift some of the financial burden off foster parents. Our Marla Spence has the story.
This clothing store may look like your average shopping boutique, but in actuality, there's more to what you see. Buttons and Butterflies Clothing Boutique is a nonprofit organization in Phoenix City who caters to kids in foster care.
So we wanted them to be able to have an experience where, or a whimsical environment, and they're able to shop with privacy.
The charming boutique is fashion forward with a purpose.
The kids already have a lot of judgment with the situations that they live with and personal judgment for some of the abuse and the neglect that they've lived with over the years. And so we wanted to create a situation for them where we were building up their esteem and where they could hold themselves accountable for the choices they make here. So they leave and they feel confident that they look good, and because they look good, hopefully they feel good.
Everything you see is free, making it easy for foster parents to provide for their kids.
The average foster family has 4 to 6 children.
With families this big, shopping for more than one child can be financially draining. Jessica Taylor of Buttons and Butterflies says there are over 100 children in foster care, and in Russell County, the average number of kids going into care a week is 6 to 7.
There are only right over 30 parents who are available to foster children. And like Shawanda said, most of these families who are currently fostering already have multiple children, and so they're maxed out with the ability to be able to assist with any other children.
Buttons and Butterflies hope their ability to provide free assistance will encourage the foster community to grow.
Because there are children waiting, and a lot of children are being sent away out of county. They're being sent away. The siblings are being separated.
Exactly.
And that's happening because a lot of people, I think, just get intimidated and they don't think they have the capacity to help.
Shawanda Terry and Jessica Taylor says the organization strives off of donations given by the community. Anyone can help Buttons and Butterflies Boutique by donating gently worn clothing, hygiene products, and monetary donations. I'm Marla Spence reporting for WTVM News Leader 9.
All right, Marla, thank you so much for that report. Now, if you want to donate or volunteer with Buttons and Butterflies Clothing Boutique, visit our website, WTVM.com, to find out all the information for the drop-off location and times. Coming up, the Atlanta Hawks look to avoid being swept out of the playoffs by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Could they hang around against LeBron James and company? Plus, the Atlanta Braves hope to avoid a sweep of their own, but would they remain snake-bit with the Arizona Diamondbacks? We'll find out next.
Now, from WTVM Sports Leader 9, Paul Stockman.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Well, today the Atlanta Hawks look to make Mama proud with a win that would help them stay alive in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers, well, they would make their moms proud by sweeping the Hawks out of the playoffs on this Sunday. Down to the wire game. We pick it up with a minute to go. Hawks down 1. LeBron James beats the shot clock for the bucket. 100-97 to score. Cleveland in the lead. 38 to play now. Dennis Schroeder driving it to the hoop, lays it in, makes it a 1-point game. We're going to pick this one up now with 10 seconds to go. Still down 1 for the Hawks. Schroeder goes to the hoop, tries to draw a foul. Ref calls a jump ball with 3 seconds to play. Here it comes. Cavaliers win the tip. Al Horford can't get to it. Paul Millsap tries a 3 at the buzzer. No good. Hawks cannot get the win, and they fall in heartbreaking fashion, 100-99. They are swept out of the playoffs once again by the Cavaliers. The Atlanta Braves hosting the Diamondbacks, hoping to avoid a sweep of their own. Pink uniforms for Mother's Day today, and here's a present for one of the mothers in the stands. Chris Herman with a long fly ball to right. This one hits off the foul pole, so technically no gift for a fan, but still a home run. 2-0, Diamondbacks in the lead. Top of the 8th with a man on second. Jake Lamb flares one to left here. That's going to fall in for a hit. Gene Segura hustles in to score, and Arizona takes a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the 8th, though, Braves making a comeback. Tyler Flowers with a liner back up the middle. Nick Markakis comes in from third, and it's 3-1 Arizona. Still in the 8th, Jeff Francoeur with runners on first and second. Pulls one to left and down the line. It goes into the corner. Around comes Ender Inciarte and Malik Smith. Braves tie it up at 3, and we are headed to extras. But in the top of the 11th, runner on second, it's Herman yet again going deep. This one to right center. That's definitely a souvenir. Makes it 5-3, and that would be your final. Another heartbreaking loss for the Braves. They lose once again this afternoon. And the Iron Bowl of baseball today, final of a 3-game set between Auburn and Alabama. The Tigers trying to avoid the sweep. Bottom of the 5th, they were up 5-0, but the shutout gets ruined on this wild pitch. Chance Vincent comes in from third. It's 5-1 Auburn. That's their one blemish on the afternoon, though. Kyler Deese hitting one back up the middle, and that's going to bring in a run. Deese went 3 for 4 today with that lone RBI, and Auburn in full control. Then in the 9th, a little insurance as Nico Buentello gets a base hit to left field. That brings in another run. He had 4 ribbies this afternoon. Tigers avoid a sweep. They go on to win 8-1. And to softball, Alabama and Georgia facing off in the final regular season game before the SEC tournament gets started on Wednesday. Dogs trying to avoid a sweep of their own. It's Sweep Sunday, I guess. Top of the 4th, runners at second and third. Alyssa DiCarlo grounds it up the middle. 2 runs come across. 5-1 Dogs out in front. Top of the 6th now. Georgia up 8-1. Katie Brown with a grounder to third. Gets past Peyton Grantham. DiCarlo comes around to score, and the Bulldogs have a commanding 9-1 lead. But hold on. Bama put up 8 runs in the 6th inning yesterday. Could they do it again? Well, bottom of the 7th with a runner on first. Callie Case goes yard to right field, helping their team out. A 2-run shot. It's 9-4. Bama gets it to 9-5, but that's as close as they get. With runners in the corners, Kylie Bass gets Maris Schroeder swinging. Georgia wins it 9-5. They avoid the sweep this afternoon. Speaking of sweeps, over to CSU, where the women's tennis team hosted Queens of North Carolina in the NCAA Southeast Regional this morning. Doubles action, the #1 team taking care of business. Kirsa Utek with a nice return, coming right at your living room there, gets a point for her team. Longer volley later in the set, but Camilla Tovar for CSU dropping the point in there. Top doubles team wins 8-3. And then in the second doubles, it was even worse for Queens of North Carolina. Georgia Vital with the slam. They win 8-2. CSU sweep again, sweeping the morning contest 5-zip. They'll play the region finals tomorrow. Over to the men's side. They're in the finals of the Southeast region this afternoon, hosting number 4 Lander. It was tight all the way. The top doubles team getting a little challenge. KP Penu coming up with a nice point here. Slamming it in. Partner Zach Wanga is fired up. They're both fired up, really. They win 8-6. The two doubles team going back and forth as well. A service ace from Marco Almer in there, but Lander just as tough. Chris DeVois with an ace of his own. The two doubles team barely lost 9-8, but the men would ultimately fall in the finals today 5-3. Their season comes to a close.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
No problem.
All right, let's talk some weather, guys. Our forecast tomorrow, not bad. We start the day with some sun and clouds, 50s and 60s for temperatures, but warming back up to the mid-80s in the afternoon. Rain chances roll back in by the middle of this week. But again, even then, not a big chance of rain, not a good coverage of rain.
No washout.
No washout.
Expected.
There you go.
All right. We'll take that. All right. Thank you, Derek. Well, that's all the time we have for Newsletter 9. Join us again for Newsletter 9 this morning. And for constant updates, log on to our website, WTVM.com.